Yeah, so here I am doing exterior cleaning. Got this job posted on my Facebook page. I post on there every day what I do, right? Exterior window cleaning, inside window cleaning, pressure washing, driveway cleaning, house washing, pool and patio cleaning. I post every day on my business page. The idea is, for people to see my stuff and then to think, oh, I know a window cleaner. Oh, I know a guy that can pressure wash, right? Um, that's how I got this job. I posted the day before, did a full interior, exterior window cleaning for a repeat client from last year. Second time I did their home, and a gentleman sent me a message on Facebook saying that it sounds like he owns a pool company, um, and they cut some stone, redid this customer's pool. This home is about 25 years old, so they redid their pool, and they cut a bunch of stones, and they got dust all over the windows. So he reached out to me on Facebook just saying, "Hey, potentially could you come by this customer's home, clean the windows on the backside, um, take care of the dust, and make them look good, right?" So yeah, absolutely, no problem. Um, Turned out really nice. Showed up to the customer's home. Um, 8 o'clock in the morning, right after I dropped the kids off at school. Super nice guy. Told him I was gonna clean the back windows. He was excited. Sounds like they've had their own window cleaner for many years. He comes by once a year, kind of does the windows on the back side. So the windows weren't terrible, anyways. Um, yeah, and then talking to him, I told him I'd do the whole backside, right? Pool company was going to pay for it, no problem. He asked me if I could go ahead and do the rest of the home, the front side of the home. He would pay me for it. I said, yeah, absolutely, man. Happy to take care of it. So we ended up doing a full exterior window cleaning package on this home. Removed all the screens. If you look at the bottom right of my video here, you'll see the screens are staged right there against a pillar right in the patio area there. I've washed them through my screen zero screen cleaner. I always do that first, that way they can sit and dry. Um, After that, yeah, um, got the water fed pull out, got it set up. Started doing the windows, did the back side of the home first. Here you can see me kind of doing the top windows. I like to do the top windows all the way around. Let those, you know, scrub them with the brush. Here I'm using a Zero brand water fed pole purification system I have set up. I have a Zero fed, Zero brand carbon fiber pole that I'm using. Zero brand horsehair brush that I'm using on the windows, right? Um, the pole extends out up to 30 feet, so it's really nice. Super light, not heavy or anything as it extends out. But here, again, start from one side, work my way to the other side. Do all the top windows first, clean the frames, clean the glass, rinse them off, go to the next one. The idea is do all the top windows, come back, and then do the second part of the windows. Um, that way, all the dripping hopefully is done by the time I come back, and I can do the next windows below those. So yeah, it's just a long form video here put together. I just put it on a little tripod I bought off Amazon for like 15 bucks. Put my phone on it, push record. That background you hear in the background is the pool. It's the fountain on the pool, the water flood, the waterfall on the pool. That's what you hear in the background. That water noise. Um, yeah, it turned out to be a great day here in Texas to do this job. Right, super cloudy, wasn't hot. I mean, it's starting to heat up a little bit, but nothing crazy yet. So overall, the job went pretty smooth, pretty easy. Customer seemed super happy. Came out and talked to me a couple times. Um, he lived in this community for 25 years. One of the original homeowners in the community still. Um, Super nice home. Got about acre lot, so they got a big yard, nice pool. I didn't take any videos of the pool, but um, super nice house. The back windows they do keep clean, so they weren't terrible. Pretty easy to use with a water fed pole. That being said, not every job is you can use a water fed pole to clean windows with, right? Sometimes if the windows are super dirty or they just got a lot of stuff built on the windows over many years, that boar's hair is not going to get it off. I have a bronze wool, or not bronze wool, but um, walnut pads, attachment I can put on my pole too and clean the windows, which I've done, right? Um, for me personally, when it comes to that, if I got to bust out the walnut pad on the glass, I don't like to use it on a water fed pole. I like to just put it in my hand and use a ladder and kind of go window to window. That way, I make sure I get a full cleaning on the glass, right? And give the customer the best results possible. If I put it on the brush, I feel like it can be spotty sometimes. Maybe it's just me. I'm not the best window cleaner out there probably, but I do try to do what I can to make sure it looks the best when I'm done. Here you can see me just doing a rinse on the glass, right? Again, I'm doing the top part of this window. This is a double hung window, which means the bottom part opens up, right? So again, just doing the top part, start at the top, work my way down, scrub the whole glass, right? Then do a rinse and then go to the next one. And then you'll see me kind of work my way to the right, do all the windows, and then I'll come back all the way to the left and do that bottom part of the window, the part of the window that opens up and down. Also with the water fed pole, I can clean the window tracks, pretty easy with this brush. Um, I didn't upsell the window tracks. These weren't that bad. So, and plus when I use a water fed pole, I don't upsell it. Sometimes I will, right? But in this job, I did not. They weren't too bad. Um, Pretty easy. I just water fed pulled them. I used the Boar's Hair brush to get in the window tracks, um, push the dirt out, right? Get the dirt loose, and then knock that water out. These windows are new. These aren't the original windows that came with the home 25 years ago. The homeowner said he put these on about 15 years ago, 14 years ago. So these are newer windows on the home, and he thinks that they didn't install them right. On the bottom, where the window track is, there's not much drainage, right, on the windows. So I thought, man, I'm gonna clean this. I got all this water pooled up at the bottom of the window here. Is it gonna stay there? Right? I was like, man, I'm just creating a big old mess, right? Um, but it drained out pretty smooth, pretty easy. Once I got done doing the whole house with the water fed pole, I did come back by with a towel um, and just wipe off the window tracks and to make sure there was no puddles of water on the windows, right? I told the customer too, right? If you open the window and you get water, I apologize, right? These things aren't draining correctly. And that's when he told me that he didn't think that the window company had installed these the right way. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, But he understood, right? When he came back by to dry it with the towel, all the water had drained off. It was just really slow, so it actually worked out pretty well. So the window tracks, got super clean. Um, I will say, if I'm cleaning window tracks, let me back up. If I have to clean a home, right, with a squeegee and a mop and walnut pad and steel wool, and I got it, and the customer wants window tracks, I will charge extra, um, $3 a track. Um, if I'm using a water pipe pole, I still will charge extra, but it kind of depends. I use it job by job. Um, yeah, it just depends on the job, I guess. If I feel like job's going to go pretty quick and I can get it with a water pipe pole, I'll just do it for them. If I feel customers going to give me a lot of work in the future and stuff, maybe referrals. I'll do a little bit extra for them, clean window tracks and whatnot. Um, Kind of go that extra mile to give them a token of appreciation for their business. And, you know, it just depends on the job sometimes. If I'm in a time crunch and stuff, I don't do window tracks unless they ask, right? Um, Not most customers don't ask for window tracks. And So just depends on the job. Yeah, you can see again here, just working my way, right? From left to right, top to bottom. Right here I am rinsing the glass here. Right, nice slow rinse. When you're doing the rinse too, you can gauge too, how well the water pipette is doing or how dirty the window is, right? Sometimes when you rinse, right after you've scrubbed it, and you can see, man, I'm gonna have to come back by here with some steel wool and get this right because the pores here is not getting it all the way. And that just comes with time, learning the windows. Again, I'm no expert, right? I've been cleaning windows for about a year. I've had a water pole system for about 9 months, no, about 6 months maybe. So I'm still learning. I don't use it for every job, right? And like I said, um, even on this house here, I did the whole exterior with my water fed pole, upstairs, downstairs. Um, I did the windows in the front of the home, and the customer came out and told me, he goes, "Yeah, they typically don't clean those windows when they get them done." So those windows were dirtier, right? I did water fed pole them when I got done, and I picked up my water, broke down my water fed pole system and everything, put it away, and then I came back by to look at the windows, and they just weren't. Water fed pole didn't really do anything, didn't do much for them, right? So I busted up a ladder, got the squeegee and mop, and went to town, putting, getting face to glass, right, and did a much better job, better result by doing that. Next time I do it right, now I can use a water fed pole because the glass is already cleaner. Customer came outside a couple times, talked to me, nice gentleman. Um, I was talking to him about the pool and stuff, and he's extremely happy with the work they did. Um, and said that he was telling his wife, "Hey, I think we found our new window cleaner." So kind of felt good, right? It's always good when the homeowner comes out while you're there and kind of gives you compliments and stuff, gives you a little boost of confidence, lets you know you're doing the right thing, right? I mean, I do this every day. Not every customer's, they don't. Some customers don't say much, and some say a lot. Good or bad, right? Um, I've never really had any bad interactions with customers. It's always been pretty good for me. Again, it's just me. I don't have employees or friends or anybody helping me, so try to stand by my work and do a good job for the customers. All right, big question is how much they get paid for this job, right? So I ended up billing the pool company guy for the back windows. I charged him $9 for these larger windows, these double hung windows. $9 for exterior. So I counted 21 windows like that of the larger windows. So 21 times nine, and then I charged him $4 for those smaller windows up top. So there were 16 of those, I believe. So and I removed the screens and cleaned those. So I kind of just threw that in there. Sometimes I'll charge $2 per screen, but I didn't do that on this job. I just felt like my price per window, throwing the screens in just made the most sense. So the exterior of the home on the backside, the windows were, I think it came up like $253 for, and that included me cleaning the screens, right? So I didn't feel like it was necessary to charge extra for the screens. Um, and then for the rest of the home that the customer ended up paying me for, came out to $108. So I made about three 363 or something, 365 on this home, just doing exterior window cleaning and cleaning the screens. I didn't do anything on the inside. Um, yeah, so overall, not too bad. It took me about a little over 4 hours. Again, the customer came out and talked to me for about 15 to 20 minutes. Otherwise, I got done a little sooner, which is no big deal. Um, while I was cleaning the windows, my phone rang. I answered the phone. A realtor I've never worked with yet gave me a call, said she had a job in Plano. If I could go there by Friday, which is 2 days from this video. Told her, yeah, I'd go by tomorrow. Said she went inside and outside of a home for a client. They're getting ready to sell the home. She's like, can you give me a quote? And I was like, yeah, I don't know she didn't know how many windows, but I gave her a quote, $350 inside and outside for about 3,500 square feet. I'm not going to do the screens and I'm not going to do the tracks on that home. If they want that done, I will upsell that. Um, yeah, so overall, good day, right? So tomorrow I got two jobs. Exterior, inside and outside, 2 houses. So tomorrow will be a good day. Make about 750 maybe tomorrow. So can't complain. First time doing this long format video, doing a voiceover. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel for Lucid Scope window cleaning. This is more or less for me just to reflect on in the future, is what these videos are for, right? I'm still learning techniques, learning tools. I'm not the best, but I try to do it right by the customer, try to set up right, try to be clean, neat, organized, and do things the right way. Hope you guys enjoy my video. Thanks.